10-year-old Ava Weiss is a fourth grader in Tennessee who says there's one test next month that's giving her a lot of anxiety.
Talk to me about why it stresses you out so much.
I'm just not a good test taker, and I'm overachieving, and I just wish I could do better.
She's haunted by the outcome of last year's state assessment known as TCAP. The score on the English language arts section determines whether a third grader is held back, a policy under the reading retention law that went into effect last year.
You took the exam last year, and how did you do?
Well, I'm pretty sure almost all of us in my class failed, and I failed too.
Ava was among the 60% of third graders who fell short on the state's reading benchmark. But after backlash over the law, families were given options to get their child into the fourth grade, including summer school, tutoring, or an appeal, which Ava was granted.
It still affects her emotionally after failing the test last year and just feeling like she's not as joyful with school, not as excited about doing her work as she was before.
Ultimately, fewer than 900 students had to repeat the third grade last year. Roughly 12,000 students moved on to the fourth grade, opting for tutoring after falling short on the reading benchmark. Now, those students must show adequate growth on the English language section of the TCAP next month before they can advance to fifth grade. At the State Board of Education meeting last year, one member projected up to 6,000 students could be retained.
Unless the law were changed, then there would likely be roughly 5,000 or 6,000 fifth graders retained. Is that correct?
In this year, I think that's accurate.
State Representative Mark White, who chairs the Education Administration Committee, says Tennessee lawmakers are currently reviewing next steps for fourth graders being held back.
We are amending that particular bill right now. Everyone believes it's not healthy to hold back a third or fourth grader, but at the same time, it's not healthy to let them go on through high school where many drop out because school is too hard.
Tennessee isn't alone in enforcing a third grade reading retention law. Similar policies are in place in at least 26 states and the District of Columbia. Deborah Reed is a director of the Tennessee Reading Research Center.
Students that are not successful readers at the end of third grade, about 75% of them will struggle with reading for the rest of their lives. Illiteracy rates are associated with poor mental health, poor physical health, of course, limited education and limited access to employment.
Catherine Bike is a Knox County School Board member and the mother of a fourth grader who filed an appeal after her son didn't pass the English section of the TCAP last year.
So you noticed a drastic change after he took that exam?
Absolutely, yes. He's secretly a perfectionist, and he really holds himself to a high standard, and he just started calling himself dumb and stupid and hitting himself in the head. And that was really hard to watch happen as a parent and to not know what to do for that.
With the next exam just weeks away, she says the pressure is building.
What are the lawmakers missing, you think?
I think that they're missing that these kids have feelings and emotions and the damage that's being done. I think they're really missing that.
Kathy Park, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.